This run seems a little reminiscent of that, and I was just wondering why you think this team seems to have gelled so well, seemingly, this early in the season.
Yeah. First of all, I think we have a lot of depth. Anybody that can step on the court, can produce a lot of things. Everybody knows their role. Chemistry, I think, is one of the most important things in teams like this, and we have it. Everybody get along, and it's just fun to be and play with these guys on the floor.
78 triple-doubles in your career. First one of the season tonight, tying Wilt and James Harden. So what is it like to be with those all-time greats?
Unbelievable names. Finally got one, but, just keep playing basketball. Just to be up there matched with those great names, it's unbelievable for me. Never take it for granted. And, just keep having fun playing basketball.
Luka, you've now had a few games where Bilal Coulibaly was your primary matchup. Does he do anything specifically to make it challenging, or what did you see from the matchup from him tonight and in the past?
Oh, yeah, I think he's a good defender. I think he's very athletic, and he predicts my moves good. So that's pretty impressive. I think what year is this for him? Third year. I think it's second year. I think he's gonna get better and better. Once you're in the league, 2, 3 years, you get to know a lot of players, get to know how to play the game. So he's gonna get better.
Luka, nos gustaría saber tu opinión en castellano sobre la fase final de la Copa que vais a jugar de la NBA la próxima semana. Con tu experiencia en España, ¿cómo encaras esta competición?
Con mucha ilusión. Creo que es una competición que siempre yo cuando jugué en Madrid siempre me ilusionaba. Creo que es una buena opción para la NBA hacer esto antes de los playoffs, en principio de temporada. Así que con mucha ilusión de jugarlo.
You managed to get 10 assists on the night. You were able to connect on a lot of no-look passes. Just how is the chemistry of this offense coming together so far this season?
Great. I think offense and defense. Just sharing the ball. Like I say, having fun playing with these guys. Like on the floor every possession. Obviously not every one, but it's just fun out there. Everybody's playing relaxed, locked in, high intensity, and we just enjoy each other.
And tonight was a Slovenian Heritage Night. Your national team had actually qualified for Eurobasket recently. Just what are you looking forward to competing in that potentially for the third time? And then what are you looking forward to potentially with the country hosting in 2029 after submitting a bid?
Yeah, that would be a dream come true, play in front of fans. A big tournament in Eurobasket. Not this year, obviously, but next year. But this year, looking forward, just playing for my country, Obviously, I'm going to play. It's pride, joy to play for your own country every time you can. So, I'm going to do it.
Here. Congratulations, Luka. And this is Frenchie from Migu, China. And you represented Jordan Brand in China during many events this summer and had interactions with Chinese athletes about basketball. A lot of Chinese basketball fans also really like you. And what is the most memorable impression you have of China this summer?
Just the love for the basketball. Been to China before, but never like this on a Jordan tour. The amount of love they showed me was just unbelievable. I really didn't expect that much of love, but it was everywhere I went. It was just a lot of love. Everybody screaming my name, so it was really fun. So I can't wait to go back.
If you please give Chinese athletes who wants to play in NBA like Cui Yongxi in Brooklyn Nets, what suggestion you gonna give?
Sorry.
If you give a suggestion to Chinese athletes who want to be playing NBA, or what is your suggestion to give to them?
Just work hard. Obviously, have fun playing basketball, and just follow your dreams. Whatever you want to do, just follow your dreams.
Gaff, what is it like coming back to the team you played most of your career for, and how special is that?
It feels good just to kind of be back in the old stomping grounds, I would say. I felt like the love was still the same for me. All the guys said they missed me and stuff. Missed those guys as well. It's, like I said, it's just all love. Dope just being back in this building.
And you guys huddled up at the end of the game. What was that about?
Just the usual prayer that we used to always do when I was here. From what I had seen, they always circled up, prayed at the end of every home game. So keeping the ritual going whether I'm on the same team or not.
You put a lot of yourself into the franchise while you were here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any, deep feeling about what they're going through now?
Not really. I of course, love all the guys that are here. Some of those guys were big factors in just like, how I kind of hold myself today. They put a lot of motivation into me. They kept me going, and just the player that I am today is just, they were there for me 100%. They pushed me to just be, the player that I am today for sure.
Put it this way, does it make you feel extra grateful to be on a team that's won 10 of its last 11 games, and went to the NBA Finals last year?
Yeah, 100%. It always feels great to be, in a better situation, but I always remember the good things from the storm that I was in, of course, and having those guys with me to just help me get through that storm, something that I always cherish.
What was this night for you guys overall, Gaff, when you got 8 guys score at least 10 points?
It's good for us because, we're still building. The chemistry is getting better, and guys are just comfortable, I would say. We're not hesitant. We're just out there having fun playing the game.
When you see Kyrie bouncing back and rolling the way he was tonight, what does it do for you guys overall?
Makes it easy for everybody. Like I've always said, they have gravity that gravitates toward them throughout the game majority of the time. So it just makes it easier for everyone on the floor because they put a lot of trust in us whenever they give the ball to us. One more.
When you get up to a lead like you guys had, what's the key to be able to keep the hammer down, keep moving, and be able to close it out on a positive note?
Really just, the communication of just not settling, honestly, not being satisfied, just stay hungry because, just like how Coach had said at the beginning of our meeting today, these are NBA players too. They're all pro players, and they're not going to stop until, the clock hits 0. So we couldn't take that for granted at all. Just a higher level of consistency, I would say, from the staff and to the players. It takes a lot of repetition, and it takes a lot of accountability throughout the organization just to kind of push each other, just to be at the level that you want to be at, And I know every single one of those guys over here literally do that on a day-to-day basis. So I know for a fact, sooner or later, the ball is going to get rolling for them.
What would you say, besides those couple things, are most defining the team at this point?
Offensively, the ball is moving. We just talked about having more than 5 guys in double figures. Looking at the defensive end, being able to contest and rebound and not give up the offensive rebound, things that were maybe hurting us in the first 2 weeks of the season. And I just the rhythm, I think, of the game. The energy is at a high right now, and guys are settling into their roles and playing their roles at a high level.
Threat like yourself back in your day, seeing Luka go for these triple doubles, what could you say about him, and what goes through your mind when you see him go through these phases?
Yeah, I think when you talk about Luka's ability, the fingerprint that he can have on the game in a sense of passing, rebounding, and scoring, and he does all 3 things at a very high level, and scoring. Right now he's shooting the ball extremely well. And then when he sees the double team, he understands as the quarterback who's open and how to get the ball to him. And he's done that at a high level. And then now for us, we need him to come back and help us rebound. And he's doing those three things at a high level. And he's leading his team. And so we need that. Now, do we need a triple-double every night? We'll take it. That means we're in a good spot to win a game. But just his ability, his gravity to be able to get a triple-double is something that he does at a high level.
The Wizards have a couple of different styles of centers. Sometimes they play Alex Sarr, sometimes Valanciunas, a traditional five. Just how do you think the team, I mean, obviously it was a substantial victory, but just how do you think the team handled the game within the game against those different matchups?
Yeah, I thought our guys did a good job. I thought D-Live set the tone. With Bagley and Sarr starting, we at first thought it might be Valanciunas, and so just understanding what those two bring to the table, and then Valanciunas is a guy that punishes everybody in the post, and I thought the guys did a good job of making it tough, even if they did score once in a while, just not making it easy. And so the two styles are different. Sarr can also shoot the three, and so I thought we did a really good job of focusing on trying to make him put the ball on the floor.
One of the league leaders, like in the top five. Just what about him allows him to record so many steals?
Yeah, I think just his activity, his IQ. For in that first half, he got on the floor for one, and and just shows that he's into it. We've joked that he could be all defensive team. He has great hands, and he understands what other teams are trying to do. And so for him to get those steals, and he's, again, been doing that at a very high level here since coming back, is something that we need defensively.
I'm not sure if I've seen a stretch like this where a team goes from one side of the country to the other side of the country, has a cup of coffee at home, then goes to the other side of the country. How do you guys deal with that? Or is that a source of pride in any way that you guys have played so well during this stretch?
Yeah, the schedule is messed up. It's never, it's something that needs to be looked at if they want the competition to be, fair. The schedule has been messed up since we've gone west to go east. Going to Denver, to Miami, to Atlanta, home for one, out to Utah and Portland on a back-to-back, and then back home for a cup game, and then come here, and then up to Toronto. So we've gone as far as you can go west, and now we're going as far as we can go east. And we're not going to complain about it. It is what it is, but it's not fair if you want players to play. And so when guys sit out, they can't complain about guys sitting out when you have a schedule like this. But we're going to play them, and guys are going to play, but they have to look at this because the schedule is not right now for us to have to do this, go far west and then now go as far as you can east. But we're going to play them. That's the way the schedule is. Yeah. And so it's not we're not coming out to complain about it, but it's definitely something that needs to be looked at if they want the competition and players to play.
Coach, Kyrie went on a 9-3 run to end the first half. How big was that going into the second half?
Yeah, I thought Kai got going. A bounce-back game for Kai. He didn't, score the ball extremely well in the Memphis game. So I think the new haircut and for him to be able, he's one of the best to go on a personal run, and I thought he did that at the end. And then I think that set the tone for everybody to start that third quarter. We talked about taking care of business, and I thought the group did a really good job of focusing on what we had to do tonight. No update.